how to tune your Qanun. This is extremely important, so it will take you a while to master, don't worry, but take this step by step. You can tune your Qanun by either of the two. Either basically an actual tuner. It needs to be a chromatic tuner. I recommend Korg chromatic tuner. Or you can use a smart phone app like I do. I use an app called InsTuner. Obviously, I'm not getting any money out of this. I just tried both of them and I recommend them both. And either is just fine. So remember when I said that you cannot put any items on your Qanun? Well, that's the only exception, okay? So, because why is that? It's because it helps pick up the vibration of the string. So, I want to show you my app, and before I do that, just let you know how that works. So in the middle there is going to be a big line with a 0 on it, and your aim is to get the indicator to point at that line. If it goes underneath that line, it means that it is flat, your string is flat. And if it goes beyond that line, it means that your string is too sharp and needs to be flattened. So let me show you. Can you see? My E is actually flat. You can see the long line in the middle with the 0 on it. And you can see that the indicator is pointing basically below. So you can see -5, -10, minus etc. So you can see that it is pointing towards that side, which means that it is too flat. If it was pointing towards the other side, it means it is too sharp and needs to be flattened. Okay, so now that you know how to navigate this, I will put my phone on my instrument and I will keep an eye on my tuner. So I need to first of all follow along with the string to find the right peg. Follow all the way through and then put your tuning key on the correct peg. In the beginning, one of the most common mistakes that you will find is that people put the tuning keys on the wrong pegs and end up with just a tuning disaster. You don't want that. So just take the time to follow through your string. So that's the flat string. Okay, let's follow through all the way through the hinges, down all the way to the peg. Okay, so we are absolutely sure that this is the correct peg. So the way I would tune is that I will tune the first string first, which is basically the string facing you, and then the one in the middle together with the first, and then the last one facing me, along with the other two strings. So I need to basically isolate the first string by either using my nails or the tip of my finger. So I can push them slightly back. Don't push it too hard because then you will damage your string. Just push it back enough that you can actually isolate the sound of the first string. Okay, I think. Oh, see, I have been isolating the wrong the wrong string. Okay, so now I am on the E. Okay, so now I'll pluck, and I will keep an eye on my tuner here. And now, in order to increase the tension of the string, I need to rotate my peg anti-clockwise. So I'll hold my tuning key, and then incrementally I will rotate anti-clockwise. And at the same time, I'll keep an eye on my tuner. See, now it's telling me it's -10, but it's still too flat. So I need to... Oh, now it's gone beyond. It's towards the +5, which means that I overdid it. So I need to basically flatten it. To flatten a string, you need to rotate your peg clockwise. So increase tension, pitch up means rotating the peg anti-clockwise, and decrease the tension, pitch down means rotating the peg clockwise. Okay? Okay, I overdid it, so I need to rotate my... And now you'll see that it's gone way too much. So it's okay to wiggle, actually. Keep going back and forth. Aha! So I don't know if you can see, let me show you. My E is gone green and it's pointing towards the middle. Right, now that we have made sure that the first string is tuned correctly, now we have to tune the middle one with the first one. So I can hear that, okay. I can see on the tuning device that my middle, I'm actually isolating the last string, by the way, but I can see on my tuning device when I pluck the middle string that it is too sharp. So it's telling me to flatten it. So I'll follow along, again, same thing, put the tuning key in the correct peg, and in which case I need to flatten the string. So pitch down, that means rotating your peg clockwise. That's it. And then I will remove my my nail or my tip of my finger from the La string. So I can pluck them together, and if I can hear a dissonance, then I'll go ahead and pluck the La string on its own. It's too sharp, so I need to flatten it. And sometimes if you can hear that the string is a tad high, tad sharp, then you can just gently push it down. And that should do the trick. But one thing that you need to bear in mind before you actually start tuning, you need to have your Qanun on the standard lever position. This is very, very important, because if you don't, then you're going to have to do it all over again. So before you actually start tuning, put your Qanun on standard lever position. There is another video for that, so go ahead and check out if you haven't already. So to summarize, first of all, follow along with the string, put your peg on your tuning key on the correct peg, decrease or increase the tension of the string accordingly. Remember, anti-clockwise means that you are increasing the tension, pitch goes up. Clockwise, you are decreasing the tension, pitch goes down. And you might need to wiggle, so back and forth between too flat or too sharp until you find the middle point. Okay, make sure that whenever you're tuning or rotating your tuning key, that you're actually pressing down as well as clockwise or anti-clockwise, because that ensures that your peg doesn't get loose and then all of a sudden you end up with a loose string. So as well as clockwise or anti-clockwise, pin it down. The last thing I would say is that you absolutely must tune your Qanun. You regularly invest small pockets of time to tuning your Qanun. It doesn't take so long. That's because there's something called the memory of a string, And if you leave your Qanun out of tune for so long, then it will become much harder for you to basically keep it in tune. So investing small pockets of time every day or every other day to tune your Qanun will ensure that your Qanun's memory of string will remain correct. So this is how you can tune your Qanun.